ever heard of Llama Arts? It is basically a YouTube channel dedicated to telling real life horror stories. Now, I've watched a couple of videos from this dude and the videos are so intense and so scary and so good, okay? So I'm making this video dedicated to Llama Arts. I want each and every single one of you to go to his YouTube channel and go over to the subscribe button and click that subscribe button, okay? Because I want as many of you guys subscribe to this guy, all right? He's making new content now, and yeah, I want him to get more support because I want to see more videos from him, okay? All right, the first scary animation that we're going to be watching of his is called Night Shift Stories, okay? So some guy's on a night shift late at night, okay? And then something spooky and scary happens to him. Let's find out. All right, Night Shift Stories at 7-Eleven. Uh-oh.
It was 2 years ago.
Okay.
I was called in to do the night shift, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. at 7-Eleven, since somebody called out.
4 a.m.?
The store was located on a busy road in a rather quiet and rural area.
Oh, hell no.
During the night shift, you could expect anywhere from 10 to 20 people come in to buy a beer or something else.
Okay.
This one particular night, there was this one guy, mid-20s, that came in.
Oh, no.
He started making weird noises, like loud yelling noises.
Loud yelling? Ah! Sorry. Okay. That's the kind of noise that it was. Ah! Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that you guys were watching, okay? The guy was making loud noises, okay? Let's just continue.
There was this one guy, mid-20s, that came in. He started making weird noises, like loud yelling noises.
What the hell?
I assumed he had some kind of mental disability.
Oh.
In fact, my brother has a mental disability.
Oh.
So I immediately felt sympathy for the guy.
Oh, okay.
He walked up to the counter without any items, with his head facing me, but his eyes were looking up at the ceiling. I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah. What would you do in that situation, okay? Yeah, I would never want to do a night shift. Do you know how scary that is, okay? Being all alone in a random store in the middle of nowhere, okay? Yeah, not for me, okay? I'll stick with making YouTube videos.
Didn't know how to deal with it. I tried speaking with him, but he only responded in loud noises.
Ah!
I kept checking if he was with someone outside, but he was alone.
Oh.
There weren't any cars in the parking lot, so I assumed he walked.
He walked in the middle of nowhere?
He stood there for so long, looking up at the ceiling and making noises,
Oh, God.
that I tried to get him out by handing him a bag of chips and telling him he can go.
Yeah, go. Leave me alone.
I tried finding some kind of number to call for someone to help
Call
him.
the police.
Then, out of nowhere, he finally turned around and walked out of the store.
Okay.
I felt so horrible for the man, but at the same time, I felt a bit creeped out.
Yeah, I would feel sorry for him, okay? Because he's clearly something's wrong with him, all right? He's probably on drugs or something, okay? But yeah, I'm just glad that he's gone out of my shop. So is that it?
About an hour later, the phone on the counter rang.
Okay.
I picked up to hear the familiar yelling sounds of the man from earlier.
What?
It caught me off guard. I didn't know what to think. Other than this has to be some kind of prank.
How the shit did this bloody crazy man who just came in, okay? He can't even speak English. How the hell did he find a phone and ring the number, the exact same number of this store, okay? How am I supposed to believe that dumb shit happened, okay?
It caught me off guard. I didn't know what to think. Other than this has to be some kind of prank.
It must be a prank, right?
I hung up on them and was now becoming paranoid of my surroundings, constantly checking the outside through the windows. Come 4 o'clock, the person working after me came in, finally allowing for me to go home.
Man,
it wasn't my problem anymore.
Yeah, good. Imagine
I got
doing
home
that
and
late
threw
of
all
a
my
shift.
stuff on the table, ready to get to sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep.
But my phone rang within a minute after entering the door.
Huh?
I felt a chill run down my spine. Why would someone be calling at 4 a.m.?
What? Don't answer then.
I could only imagine it was bad news.
Don't answer.
I braced myself and picked up the phone to hear the man again.
What the shit?
I felt sick to my stomach as I listened to the loud noises he made.
What the shit?
I struggled to slam the phone to the receiver. All night, I felt like I was being watched, even with all the blinds shut.
Who's this guy?
And I could swear I heard strange noises coming from all over my house. I refused to get any sleep until the sun came up.
What?
Weeks passed and I had forgotten about the incident.
Okay.
Until one day, when going into the basement for the first time in a while,
What?
I found that papers had been scattered all over the floor.
What?
And when I went into the basement closet, I found writing on the walls. 7-Eleven had been written in Sharpie on the wall, along with the address to the 7-Eleven I worked at, and my house address.
Huh?
The most disturbing part, I also found various kitchen knives, along with a large pocket knife sitting in the closet. What started out as seemingly just an innocent person turning into something of a prank.
He was gonna kill him?
Ultimately turned into something much more horrifying.
He was gonna kill him? Where is he?
He had been living down there for God knows how long, and I'm just grateful that, for whatever reason, he changed his mind and left.
What?
Because I haven't seen or heard from him since.
He was just...
All I can say is that man is dangerously ill.
What do you mean? That guy was living in your in your basement, and you were just like, oh, he must have left, okay. Wait, would you just call the police or something? This guy was gonna murder you in your own home. He found where you lived, came to your house, snuck into your basement, and was gonna kill you. And you were like, oh, I guess he's gone now. No, we need to catch this bloody weird guy, okay? What the shit? Okay, that story kind of freaked me out. Okay, yeah, this is why I would never do a late night shift at some random store, okay? Yeah, not for me, okay? I don't want to die, okay? I'll just stick with, you know, making YouTube videos. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that animation was kind of scary, okay? But the next animation we're gonna be watching is called True Pizza Delivery Horror Story. Oh, sorry. So apparently this is a true story right now. Okay, let's watch it, baby. Okay. True pizza delivery horror story. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't want to deliver a pizza. Is he going to deliver it late at night? Oh no.
I was out doing a delivery one late night.
Uh-oh, here it
It
goes.
was probably the longest drive I have ever taken for a pizza delivery.
What the shit?
From the pizza place I worked at, it was a 20-minute drive, which isn't too crazy out where I live.
He
Plus,
lives...
they ordered 4 large pies,
Okay.
so I figured it was a party, and I would get a much bigger tip.
Okay.
Navigating the dirt roads at night was always annoying, though.
Oh.
I pulled up to the given address. It was some old, sketchy-looking building, literally in the middle of a forest clearing.
Oh, hell no. Okay, yeah, that's when I would be gone. Okay, that is when I would be gone. This is what I hate about America, all right? There's so much just like dirt roads and like out in the sticks, okay? Where I live, you know, it's all busy, all right? We don't get shit like this, okay? And there's a reason why I don't want to live in this bloody shitty place, okay? Look at the kind of scary shit that happens in these places.
It was some old, sketchy-looking building, literally in the middle of a forest clearing.
Oh.
There were no cars parked anywhere, or any lights on.
Okay.
I put my car in park and called my boss.
Oh no,
I asked him to reread the address at least 3 times to make sure I typed it in right.
He's gonna go to the house.
Checked out. I could tell he was in a really bitchy mood.
Aw.
And he told me to at least knock on the door and check it out.
Oh yeah.
He would normally get mad if we took back 1 pie.
Oh no.
But I was afraid of what he would do if I brought back 4.
Yeah, I don't understand places where you don't pay before, okay, and you gotta pay by cash. Because, you know, what if, you know, it's a prank call, you know, you drive all the way there just for a waste of time, you know, it's a waste of money.
But I was afraid of what he would do if I brought back 4.
Oh no.
I was insanely unnerved, but got out anyway.
He's gonna go.
Forced myself to
He's gonna go knock on the scary house. What's gonna happen?
There was no doorbell, so I just knocked really hard.
Yeah, this is a prank call. There's no way someone ordered a pizza.
I heard nothing and didn't really expect to hear anything.
Good.
I was extremely disappointed.
I would
not because nobody answered the door, but because I was realizing that it was all a waste of time and gas.
Time and money.
I knocked one more time out of desperation.
Aww. Poor guy, he has to do this for his job.
And then began to hear some kind of rustling noises from inside of the building.
What? Oh! Oh! They're gonna answer!
I knocked again and yelled that I was the pizza guy.
Pizza guy?
There was silence now. I felt a bit more uncomfortable now than before.
Oh god, someone's in the house.
Before I could turn around, I noticed something at the window. There was someone looking through the window.
What?
I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. All I noticed were their eyes.
Eyes?
Their eyes were open wider than I knew possible.
What?
Staring intently at me.
What? Oh god.
I was disturbed enough by this and dropped the pizzas and ran back to my car. The shitty thing wouldn't start until turning the key for the 3rd time.
Oh god.
I drove off the grass and back onto the dirt road.
Oh.
But I felt the car rocking about, shaking and bumping.
Go, drive!
Something wasn't right. I didn't make it far from the building before I started hearing a sharp scraping sound coming from outside.
What?
There was so much resistance that I couldn't even drive. The car came to a stop.
What did they do?
I got out of the car to check what the hell was wrong.
Oh no, he's out.
A chill ran up my spine. as I began to feel like my heart was constantly skipping beats.
What?
My tires had been slashed and had completely fallen off the rim.
What?
Not just the front though. All 4 tires were slashed.
Oh my god!
I realized somebody did this when I was knocking on the door to that building.
What?
Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors.
Oh my god, so while he was trying to deliver the pizza, someone slashed his tires so that, they could, kill him or something. Oh my goodness. If you realize that's the kind of shit that was going to happen just now, I would be shitting it, okay? I would be shitting bricks.
Somebody did this when I was knocking on the door to that building.
That is so scary.
Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors.
He's so near the house.
I was so close to that building, I could practically see it from where I was.
Oh my god.
If it weren't for the trees blocking the view.
Oh my god.
I dialed 911
and
call the
explained
police. Everything to the operator.
Yeah, someone's trying to kill you.
She told me the cops would be over as soon as possible.
Good.
And that I need to stay hidden.
Hidden.
I asked her if it was advisable to stay in the car or run.
Run.
And she told me it would be best to stay in the car with the door locked.
Okay. Oh no.
She asked me to stay on the line with her until the cops arrived.
Okay.
My whole body was shaking.
That's good. Alright, just wait.
In all directions, there was nothing but dark, seemingly endless forest.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it would take forever for the cops to get there.
That's so scary.
I was not comfortable with sitting in that car so close to whoever did this.
Oh no, they're gonna come. They're gonna come get you.
The next part, though, is what utterly destroyed me.
No.
It still shakes me to this day.
No.
And I hope nobody ever has to experience this kind of fear.
No!
As I was scanning all the windows, making sure nobody was outside, I looked in the rearview mirror, and there was the same person. The same person I saw at that window. Eyes open wider than ever. I could see now that it was a woman.
A woman?
And I could ever so slightly see a smile begin to spread across her face.
What the hell?
I opened my door and full-on sprinted into the woods, not caring how much noise I made. I ran until I was out of breath, which didn't take long, and I hid behind a giant log on the ground.
Yeah, hide!
I tried to cover my loud breathing with my hand as I waited and waited for what felt like hours.
Jeez!
Until I finally heard sirens in the distance.
The police! They're here! Go! Oh my god.
I gathered up all the stamina I had left to run all the way back in the direction of the dirt road.
Run!
Eventually, the glowing red and blue lights came into view, and I had never felt better in my life.
Okay.
They were parked in front of my car, investigating with flashlights.
Yeah.
I came out yelling at them like a lunatic to help me.
Help me!
I fell to the floor and started to gag, almost throwing up from running so much. They picked me up and began to question me, to which I explained everything to the best of my ability.
That's so scary.
One of the 2 cars drove over to the building, and the 2 officers began to search the building.
Where is she?
They came back with nothing except for a couple of spiky objects. These objects were exactly the same as the ones used to slash my tires. The cops guessed that it was some kind of sick, demented couple, being that I saw the woman, but unfortunately they were never found.
Whoa.
And that still kills me to this day.
No way.
I obviously quit my job right after that.
Yeah, I would too.
I started working at a local grocery store.
Oh shit.
I know that I'll never forget seeing that woman at the back of my car.
Yeah. I couldn't forget that face, okay? Jesus Christ, that shit's going. Oh! Did you guys see her? You saw her at the end, right? What the hell? She's just poking around. I see ya! I'm gonna come get ya! Man, that story was too scary, man. Okay, yeah, I could never do a job which means I have to be out late at night, okay? I do not trust random people, alright, to, not do anything scary to me, alright? Man, I would be shitting it if I was this guy, okay? Man, what a horrible, scary experience. Okay. Alright, the next Llama Arts animation that we're going to be watching is called A Disturbing True Snapchat Stories. Alright, I love the ones where it's true stories, alright, because you can imagine it happening to you, alright, which makes it just that little bit more scarier, okay? So let's watch it. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to this guy already, alright, I don't know what you're doing, alright? We've already watched 2 of his videos and they've been amazing, alright? Go subscribe because he's making so much more content like this, alright, in the future. Alright, disturbing true Snapchat stories at 3 a.m. too! That's when the scariest shit always happens.
This happened a week ago.
Alright.
Up until a few days ago, I went to a small, local gym in my now previous New Jersey town called Black Bear Fitness.
Okay.
One day, I had the misfortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet creepy-looking kid, probably 18 years old.
Alright, creepy kid.
He didn't look like he belonged in a gym at all.
Okay.
I had headphones in and I was doing my set when I heard him saying something to me, but it was muffled by the music. I was already annoyed with this kid, given that he was breaking an unwritten rule of the gym. Don't try to talk to somebody when they're doing their sets.
It's true, okay, yeah. Don't talk to people at the gym. Just work out, alright? That's what you're there for, alright? It's not a bloody social thing.
I took my time finishing my set, and then took my headphones out to ask if he needed something.
Yeah, what do you want?
Then he started acting like I looked familiar, but right away I knew this kid was just trying some pathetic attempt at making friends.
Aww.
I assured him I didn't, but the kid wouldn't stop talking to me.
Oh, God.
I'll skip most of the conversation, but eventually he actually asked me for my Instagram and Snapchat.
Instagram and
weirdly
Snapchat?
enough, and for whatever reason, I gave them to him.
Why?
Instead of just saying something like, buddy, I'm trying to work out, or I don't have social media.
Yeah, if some random person I just met, alright, asked my Instagram, alright, or my personal shit, I'll be like, go away, I don't know you, okay? I pick my own friends, alright? I don't want to make friends with you, you weird guy.
After I gave him my Snapchat and Instagram, however, I did kind of urge him to let me resume my workout.
Yeah, leave me alone.
He finally seemed to get the message and walked away. Not without saying bye like 3 times though.
Oh God, maybe he's creepy, he wants to be friends.
That night I got a snap on my phone saying from Sean.
Oh, this guy's creepy.
I immediately sighed and said, oh no.
I wouldn't even look at it.
Just wondering why the hell the kid would snap me.
Yeah, that's weird.
I opened the snap, and the kid was in a creepy, weird pose, face way too close to the camera, with his head resting in his hand and a half smile on his face.
What kind of weird-ass guy?
The text over the picture was hey, with 2 Y's.
With 2 Y's, okay, because that's important, you know?
I muttered the words, what the For the record, I'm a guy, which made this even more weird.
Yeah, okay, kind of weird. A guy that you just
met. My thought
met.
process was, I've had enough of this loser already.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove him and make it clear I don't want to talk if I see him at the gym again. And so I did. Good. I removed him minutes after he sent that snap.
Good. That's the end of it, right? Alright, end of the story.
I'm sure not even a minute later.
A minute?
Again, a message popped up on my phone saying Snapchat from Sean.
Uh-oh, he knows. He knows you deleted it.
I waited a few minutes before opening it. This one was even creepier.
Uh-oh.
Now the kid was sitting up on his bed. No smile, more of a surprised, angry expression.
What
the text over the image said, why did you remove me?
What the shit?
Now I went as far as to block him, meaning he couldn't snap me anymore.
Yeah, good.
And that was that.
That was that.
I threw my phone on the desk and sighed out of relief.
Okay. Yeah, what a creepy ass guy, alright, Snapchatting you after you just met.
Half an hour later, my phone goes off, saying Sean added you as a friend.
He made a new account?
From Sean. He actually made a new account.
Oh my god, this guy's crazy.
I opened the snap and felt my heart drop. It was a picture of my front lawn. The text over it, answer me, bitch.
What the shit? He came to my house? What's with these weird guys, okay? Why can't they just take a message, alright, that I don't want to be friends with you? Why you gotta hold a personal grudge against me? Jesus Christ, just leave me alone. Why are you coming to my house? And don't call me a bitch, that's mean.
Answer me, bitch.
Oh no, he called me a bitch.
The first thing I could think of was, how did he find my address?
Oh my goodness, call the police.
Then I realized, Snapchat made that new map feature that lets you see where your friends are.
Oh!
Somehow, I had the balls to open the window to see outside.
That's scary.
It was clear out there.
That is so scary.
I shut the window and the blinds and started considering calling 911.
Yeah, no, call it. No.
It was the sound of taps on the window.
No, he's gonna come kill you.
I took a deep breath.
The window?
And with one swift motion, I pulled up the blind and the window at the same time and pulled the kid into my room by his neck.
Oh!
I punched him in the face a few times before he was out cold.
I was expecting some scary shit, but he drags him in and then punches the shit out of him. I'm tired of your bullshit, man. I'll get you. I'll get you.
Before he was out cold. Now I called 911.
Oh, God.
By the time they arrived, he was awake, cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me.
Kill you?
The cops heard it all. I didn't even have to make a case.
Why? Because
the kid was an idiot. Luckily, the timing of this worked out well, because I just moved a couple days ago out of state.
Oh, okay.
Only thing that worries me, I don't want to have to make a new Snapchat account, but anytime somebody new adds me on the app, I'll never know if it's secretly that Sean kid again.
Be careful. Yeah, be careful about the people that you meet and the people that you let on social media, because they'll find you and track you, okay? Yeah, don't just add friends with any random people. Okay, that shit's kind of scary, okay? Man, the guy coming to your house who's threatening to kill you just because you weren't friends with him on shitty Snapchat. What is with people nowadays? What the hell's going on? All right, the next animation that we're watching is called School Lockdown Stories, okay? Now, this is currently his most popular video, all right? It's about a horror story that happened in school, all right? So, yeah, that sounds terrifying. Let's watch it, all right? School Lockdown Stories.
It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us.
Okay, cool.
So everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell.
So last day of school?
We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers. So our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com.
Sporkle.com.
He was a very laid-back teacher like that.
Okay.
As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the exact moment it happened.
What happened?
Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker.
Saying?
He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown.
What? Lockdown?
I actually got the chills.
What does that even mean?
I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room.
Is there a student going crazy?
We all sat in silence for about 2 minutes. And then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power.
They cut the power?
We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious.
This is serious. What happened? What's happening?
A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway.
Huh?
2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared.
Why is he screaming?
As the screaming got closer to the classroom, the lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you."
What? He's gonna kill everyone?
It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life.
Oh my gosh.
My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions.
Does he have a gun?
The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door. And that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up."
Oh my god, he's at the door!
2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now.
What?
It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door. But eventually, he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person until we could not hear him anymore. I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do.
Jeez.
He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not.
But was he? Oh my god.
Now, this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security.
Yeah.
So the school was wide open to something like this happening.
Oh, it happened ages ago.
The staff had done a sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching, but to keep all the doors locked and to not let any students leave for any reason.
Just resume teaching, why not?
The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school.
No.
And according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum.
No.
The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up. For example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone.
He's gone. No.
My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found.
Jeez.
But I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
Okay, I think it was just some crazy crackhead or something coming into their school. I think that's literally what it is. But yeah, man, that's kind of scary, alright? In school, you're meant to feel safe. You know, so some shit like that happens where some random dude, you know, comes into your school, forcing the school to cut off their power and go into lockdown. All right, my school doesn't even have anything of like a lockdown or anything like that. okay? Because nothing ever happens scary in school. But Jesus Christ, that is scary, okay? Alright, guys, we've watched a lot of Llama Art's videos so far, okay? So this is why I want you guys to subscribe to him, alright? But we're just gonna watch one last one, alright? And this one is called A Scary Field Trip Horror Story, alright? Someone went on a field trip at school, alright? And, yeah. Alright, shit turned bad real quick. Let's watch it. Alright, Scary Field Trip Horror Stories. Alright. Scary. Alright, it's the last one. Hopefully it's the scariest.
Back in high school, I took a mysteries and mythology type class, or something like that. I don't remember the name of the class.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
It basically just had to do with real life mysteries and creepy shit.
Okay.
I was into that kind of stuff.
Alright.
I was taking the class
kind of weird.
with a good friend, who I'll call Ben for this story. The teacher had to do with real life mysteries and creepy shit. I was into that kind of stuff. I was taking the class with a good friend, who I'll call Ben for this story.
Alright, he's with Ben.
The teacher of the class took us on a field trip to a nearby abandoned village with an unknown past.
Abandoned village? What?
The village was built in the early 1900s, but seems as though it had been quickly abandoned shortly after it was built.
Why?
The bus ride there was about 20 minutes. All of us were glued to the bus windows as we pulled up some sketchy-looking, decrepit road cutting through dense forest.
What? For a field trip they're going to a...
The road eventually led to a clearing.
Okay.
We were there.
Oh god, this is scary.
We stepped out onto the road, which had grass growing through the cracks.
Uh-oh.
The grass surrounding was almost knee-high.
Jeez.
Then there were the buildings.
No one's been here.
The tall, archaic brick buildings with the boarded-up windows all gave off such chilling vibes.
Why was it
The teacher
abandoned?
lined all 20 of us up, counted heads, and then began leading the way.
Okay.
The point of this little field trip was to use the so-called skills we learned in class to see if we could put anything together about why the village may have been abandoned so long ago. Some of the buildings had holes in the walls to serve as entryways. There were even holes in the ground next to some of the buildings.
What is going on?
Seemingly dug to get into the basements of some of the buildings,
What?
which seemed creepy.
Do you think people are living there?
There was one building, though. It stood taller than any of the others.
Uh-oh.
It just intrigued me the most.
Uh-oh. Don't go in.
While the teacher was leading the group towards the village
No,
church,
don't go in.
Ben and I decided to sneak off on our own to look for anything interesting.
Don't go in!
When we walked off in the direction of the tallest building,
They're going in, guys.
we saw a hole in the ground.
Oh, no.
It was dug by the back door of the building, which had been sealed off.
Uh-oh.
In the hole was a ladder, which led down to the concrete floor below. We both looked at each other and knew we had to do it.
What kind of weird-ass guys are these, okay? I would be like, I'll be gone, or I'll be like, teacher, I'm coming.
We both looked at each other and knew we had to do it.
What kind of brave-ass?
Ben climbed down first,
I wouldn't be doing
then
this.
me.
Okay, no way.
Luckily, this was just around the time Apple started putting flashlights on their phones, so we had a source of light.
Alright, good.
It was creepy down there.
Oh, God.
There were a couple of beer bottles, one graffiti tag on the wall, and dusty wooden planks everywhere.
I bet.
There was a wooden stairway which led up to complete darkness,
Oh,
since all
gosh.
windows and doors had been sealed shut from above.
Guys.
We had already gone as far as to enter the building, so we figured we'd go up the stairs too.
Brave-ass guys.
I went first.
Uh-oh.
And with each step, the creakiness of the 100-year-old wood made me feel as if I was going to fall through each and every step.
Jesus.
Ben followed suit.
Okay. Oh, my
This
God.
floor of the building was very tight. It seemed like there were many openings going off into different, smaller rooms.
Oh, hell no.
It was so dark in there, you would never even guess it was daytime.
Hell no, hell no, hell no.
Ben and I were honestly starting to get creeped out in there, and agreed to go back outside.
Yeah, go back in.
But just then, there was a noise in one of the tiny rooms. Like a big rock hitting the concrete floor.
No. Oh!
A normal instinct would be to run, but Ben and I froze, locked eyes for a moment, then both tiptoed over to the opening of the room.
Uh-oh.
We shined the lights into the room and ran. We ran back down the stairs and then up the rusty ladder back outside.
What happened?
We caught up to the group out of breath.
What did they see?
We didn't say anything, though, to avoid getting in trouble. One of our classmates asked us what was wrong. We told him we snuck into one of the buildings.
Jeez.
And in one of the rooms, when we shined the light into it,
Yeah, what'd you see?
we saw 3 guys standing maybe 10 feet away from the doorway, facing Ben and I in a weird formation. as if they were waiting for us.
What? Oh my god. Were they actually people? Were they homeless?
As we continued following the group, we paid extra attention to the tall building we entered from the distance.
Jesus.
And before leaving, we saw a person's face at one of the higher level windows that had not been boarded up.
Oh, that's creepy.
We never told the teacher in fear of getting in trouble.
Jeez.
We didn't know what to think. Were those just homeless people living in there?
Yeah.
Were they gang members in hiding?
No.
Ben freaks me out with his theory.
What?
He says they were ghosts of the people who once lived in the town.
Oh.
Still, the way the three guys were just hauntingly standing there so calmly,
Oh.
staring at us the moment we peeked our heads through that doorway. I still can't get that image out of my head.
Jeez.
I may go back to that village one day.
What?
Just to prove Ben's idea wrong.
No, don't do that. Don't go. He's gone back in. What? No. Uh-oh. Who's this guy? He's going back in? What's happening? Guys? Guys? Ah! Jesus, okay, I'm sorry. I was just wanting to scare you guys. Okay, well, that was very creepy, okay? But I'm pretty sure those were just crackheads or just homeless people living in that place, okay? It's not going to be a goddamn ghost. That sounds dumb. All right, it's just some, like, homeless people, you know, who are just living in an abandoned village because it's safe and it's abandoned. Duh. But I want to know why the place was abandoned. I was hoping that they would tell us in that story, but they didn't. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to end the video there. Please, please, please go and subscribe to Lava Arts, okay? He makes amazing videos, and I want to see more, all right? And he'll make more videos with the more support he gets. So go and subscribe to him, all right? He posts like once a month, okay? So, yeah, he needs more support. Either way, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed this guy's videos, all right? He makes amazing, amazing content. And, yeah, let me know if you want